Okay, fans and friends, thanks for tuning in. This is session 4 about clear thinking and logic. Logic isn't half as important as love, but it can prove something. What can it prove? It can prove when they're handing you bullshit. Big lies, misrepresentations, when they're trying to scam you. So it can be important. And that's why I'm doing these videos. Now today, out of concern that our society might be going haywire, I'm going to try to prove to you that truth in public discourse is very important. And that a society that doesn't recognize truth as important can go haywire and cause a lot of trouble. Now before we get to that, let's talk about session 3's homework. You were asked to look at what Adolf Hitler had often said to large audiences in Germany and evaluate whether that was a statement, and if it was a statement, what claims did it make? So he said, "We are the master race." So is that a statement or not? How do we prove a thing is a statement or not a statement? We apply the criteria, the definition. And the definition was a statement is a sentence that makes a definite claim. "We are the master race" is a sentence and it makes a claim. So therefore, it is a statement. And as a statement, is subject to analysis. So let's unpack it and see what claims are being made by the statement. Remember, every statement has a definite claim, but there are often subsidiary claims, existential claims, implied claims that have to be examined too and intelligently thought about. So let's look at the existentialist claims. We. Presumably Hitler was addressing the German people in a large audience. He was including himself in the group, even though he wasn't German. And I think we can admit that we does exist. More problematic is this master race thing. Is there a master race? If so, what's the evidence for it? The fact of the matter is, there's no evidence for a master race. There is no master race. Therefore, the claim that we are the master race cannot be true if there is no master race. Now, getting back to the statement, we therefore have 3 major claims. We exist, master race exists, and we, the German people, are the master race. If they were the master race, how come they didn't win the war? Well, the whole thing is baloney, right? What are the subsidiary claims? If there is a master race, then that implies there is a slave race, and it implies that the master race may enslave the slave race, take their property, execute them, do all sorts of things that are not nice. Now, the state of public discourse does change the nature of society. There is a wonderful book that was written by William Shiver. It's called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. And he tells us in that book that Hitler appointed Joseph Goebbels as the minister of propaganda. Subsequently, his title was changed to Minister of Popular Enlightenment and Propaganda. And the Nuremberg records show that Hitler specifically instructed Goebbels to make up slogans, even if they were not true, and repeat them over and over so that people would believe them. Furthermore, a law was passed October 4th in 1933 that made journalism a public vocation completely controllable by the state. And stipulated in that law, anybody that wanted to be an editor had to be a German citizen, show Aryan descent, and not be married to a Jew. So right away, Germany became blanketed by a propaganda machine, and the truth suffered greatly. To give you a specific example, Hitler personally ordered a submarine, to destroy a British commercial vessel called the Athenia. 118 people were aboard, and 28 of them were Americans that died when that ship was torpedoed by a German submarine on the specific orders of Hitler. But that's not the end of the story. They made up something about that event. They said the German submarine had nothing to do with it. They said Winston Churchill, the admiral of the British, had planted a bomb in the hull of the ship to destroy it and to make Germany look like the aggressor. And believe it or not, that stupid idea had great traction among the stupid. And that's just one reason that a whole society went haywire and caused so much trouble, pain, and suffering during World War II. So that's the end of today's session. And your assignment for next time is to analyze the following statements. 1, I don't mind hippies. I just don't like their lifestyle. Statement 2, I have no prejudice against foreigners. I just don't like the Dutch. And statement 3, make America great again. That last statement has certain implications that I would like you to unpack and understand. See you next time, and happy thinking.